ass people, your government leaders and all them that deal with witches and warlocks on the left hand side, y'all gonna be seeking answers and you ain't gonna get none. Alright? And then that's when y'all gonna get put to death, because all you false prophets are gonna get put to death. Okay? Alright? Lord willing, by the hand of the men of the Lord. Alright, just like Elijah put to death the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of the groves. Alright, he put them to death. That's what's going to happen to you false prophets out here when the Lord give power to the men of the Lord. Alright, now the priests of Baal were 70. Okay, so 70 men besides their wives and children. And the king went with Daniel into the temple of Bel. So Bel priest said, Lo, we go out. But thou, king, set on the meat, and make ready the wine, and shut the door fast, and seal it with thy own signet. And tomorrow when thou comest in, if thou findest not that Baal have eaten up all, we will suffer death, or else Daniel that speaketh falsely against us. Okay? And they little regarded, alright, because they was being fucking proud. So under the table, they had made a private entrance, whereby they entered in continually and consumed these things. So when they were gone forth, the king set meat before Baal. Now Daniel had commanded his servants to bring ashes, and those they strove throughout all the temple in the presence of the king alone. Alright. Then went they out and shut the door and sealed it with the king's signet, and so departed. So Daniel was smart. Alright, to catch these false prophets, he let the king see that he had basically like the CSI when they sprinkle the powder, alright, to look for fingerprints or evidence that, you know, someone been there. Daniel did the same thing. They got that from the scriptures. He basically put ashes all over the temple so that if somebody came in, i.e. a secret way, that they would be detected by their footprints. But he did this in the presence of the king. So them false prophets, they didn't know about this. Okay. Verse 15. Now in the night came the priests with their wives and children, as they were wont to do, and did eat and drink up all. And in the morning betimes the king arose, and Daniel with him. And the king said, Daniel, are the seals whole? And he said, Yea, O king, they be whole. I could picture it, man. Cyprus with his simple ass, big ass smile. Like, yeah, see the door is shut. See the seals haven't been broken. Daniel like, yeah, little simple ass East Indian. Alright. And and the king said, Daniel, are the seals whole? And he said, Yea, O king, they be whole. And as soon as he had opened the door, and the king looked upon the table, and cried with a loud voice, Great art thou, O Bel, and with thee is no deceit at all. Then Daniel laughed. Oh, then laughed Daniel. You know, that shit had to be hilarious, man. I would have been rolling too. Like, man, look at this filthy, simple ass heathen, man. He thinking that damn statue really ate and drunk all that. So then laughed Daniel and held the king that he should not go in, and said, Behold now the pavement, and mark well whose footsteps are these. Alright. And the king said, I see footsteps of men, women, and children. And then the king was angry, because he's basically made a fool, man. You know, and took the priests with their wives and children, who showed him the private doors where they come in, and consume such things as were upon the table. Therefore the king slew them, and delivered Bel into Daniel's power, who destroyed him in his temple. That's right. Like it said in Micah chapter 5, the remnant, the Lord gonna give them power, man, spiritual power. They're gonna be tearing up and destroying all these temples of Baal. But you people worship Baal today, alright, in these churches. You really think you worshiping the Lord, you worshiping Baal, okay? Which goes back to Nimrod. Alright. He gonna be destroyed. All these false gods going to be destroyed. And the temples and them false prophets that teach that. Alright? By the hand of the man of the Lord, like Daniel. And in that same place there was a great dragon, which they of Babylon worship. And the king said unto Daniel, wilt thou also say that this is of brass? Lo, he liveth, and he eateth and drinketh. Thou canst not say that he is no living God. Therefore worship him. Alright, you see the simplicity of these damn heathens. Then said Daniel unto the king, I will worship the Lord my power, for he is the living power, which is Yahweh Shemel Shai. Alright, he was steadfast in that. Alright, but give me leave, O king, and I shall slay this dragon without sword or staff. The king said, I'll give thee leave. Then Daniel took pitch and fat and hair and did seethe them together. Basically made like a homemade bomb, and made lumps thereof. This he put in the dragon's mouth, and so the dragon burst in sunder. Alright, because he blew it up. And Daniel said, lo, these are the gods ye worship. So he mocked them. Just how we gonna mock you simple ass people, man, you simple ass niggas that be like Esto Cristo or El Jesus, El Senor, and some fucking my Jesus. You niggas, it's gonna be hilarious seeing you crying out to oh God, oh Jesus. Okay, we'll see you in that day, man. This shit gonna be hilarious, cause they ain't gonna save you. Alright, and when they of Babylon heard that, they took great indignation and conspired against the king, saying, the king has become a Jew and have destroyed Bel. He have slain the dragon and put the priests to death. Because the Israelites were known to do that, to kill and destroy idols and their the priests, or those that teachers of those false idols. It was in the law for them to put them to death. So they thought the king was starting to try to become like an Israelite. So them heathens they're not with the worship of Yahweh Shemel Shai. For all you false niggas out there trying to incorporate these nations, these heathens that don't believe in the Bible, okay? They're going to come up against you. Alright, so they came to the king and said, deliver us Daniel, or else we will destroy thee in thine house. Now when the king saw that they pressed him sore, being constricted, he delivered Daniel unto them, who cast him into lion's den, where he was 6 days. So this, besides just being in there one night, like it was in the account in Daniel's chapter 6, during the time of Darius the Mede, he was in the lion's den for 6 days during the time of Cyrus, king of Persia. Okay, and in the den there were 7 lions, and they had given them every day 2 carcasses and 2 sheep, which then were not given to them, to the intent they might devour Daniel. You fucking heathens, man. Now there were in Jewry a prophet called Habakkuk, who had made pottage and had broken bread in a bowl, and was going into the field for to bring it to the reapers. But the angel of the Lord said unto Habakkuk, go carry the dinner that thou hast into Babylon to Daniel, who is in the lion's den. And Habakkuk said, Lord, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know what a den is. Then the angel of the Lord took him by the crown, and bare him by the hair of his head, and through the vehemency of his spirit set him in Babylon over the den. And Habakkuk cried, saying, O Daniel, Daniel, take the dinner which the Most High hath sent thee. And Daniel said, Thou hast remembered me, O power, Yahweh Shemel Shai, neither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee. So the Lord ain't going to forsake them that's truly seeking him and that truly love him, which is keeping his commandments. Alright, rehearsing the righteous acts, meaning you have faith, and with your faith you rehearsing the righteous acts in the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So Daniel, he was remembered by Yahweh Shemel Shai. And that Habakkuk is the same prophet that wrote the book Habakkuk in the Old Testament, proving that the Apocrypha is part of the Bible. Okay, so Daniel arose and did eat, And the angel of the Lord set Habakkuk in his own place again immediately. Upon the seventh day the king went to bewail Daniel. So Daniel was in there for a whole week. And when he came to the den, he looked in, and behold, Daniel was sitting. Then cried the king with a loud voice, saying, Great art thou, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, the power of Daniel, and there is none other besides thee. And he drew him out, and cast those that were the cause of his destruction into the den, and they were devoured in a moment before his face. That's right. That's right. Okay. So, and the same judgment gonna come on all them that be partakers in the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shai. Because those whom you kill, alright, that's of the elect, they gonna be raised up. They're gonna be part of the first resurrection when the Lord comes to raise up those that have fallen asleep first. Meaning they died in Christ. Okay. They're gonna be raised up, and then those that's still remaining that's alive, they're gonna be caught up in the chariots too. And they're gonna witness the destruction of America, alright, the land of Israel, and all these fucking heathens and wicked ass politician governors and people that have power in this society. Watch them be destroyed. All you scoffers be destroyed. Alright? But to receive that that promise, you got to be faithful unto death, like the Lord said. Okay, so hopefully that was edifying, reading about Daniel. All right, and that we're gonna be experiencing times like this when martial law comes. So you got to be faithful, and have this in your mind, be like Daniel, even in the face of death, to stay with Yahweh Shema Shai, and he'll protect you and he won't forsake you, those that seek and love him. So with that, I want to say all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai. Double honor still is a great millstone, taught me this truth. Shalom to the Akim out there teaching the truth and sincerity. All right, this is Brother Ataz Wam, just saying shalom.